everyone, welcome to VTeach. Today in this video I am going to tell you about real life examples of differential equations. So first, before going into the topic, let me ask you a simple question. You have solved many problems on differential equations till now, but have you ever thought what is the use of these differential equations in your real life, or how they are useful and why we are learning those? So let me tell you what is the real-time application of differential equations. First of all, what is differential equation? If a quantity is changing with respect to time or any other quantity, that means it changes, keeps on changing, then we can apply, in that case, we can apply differential equations. That is, if any quantity rate of change can be defined by using differential equations, okay? That is, take suppose an example of population growth. What is population growth? Population keeps on increasing in our day-to-day life. It never decreases. Only when considering to humans, but not wildlife. Wildlife, it keeps on decreasing because of hunting and various reasons, due to forest cut down. Many reasons are there. But we are not going into that. Just take the population growth of human beings. It keeps on increasing year by year. That means the population value is not constant throughout the time. Today it may be some x and tomorrow it may be some x plus 10 or x plus 100 and so on, because every day thousands of people are being born around the world. So the population is not constant. So we can use differential equation in that case. Similarly, to find out the bacterial growth in a culture, or to observe the brain functions, or sustainable strings, or for a simple pendulum, or that is the movement of simple pendulum, oscillations, or to solve the electrical circuits in which current is flowing, or if there is a potential difference between them, or to just simply you are pushing an object by using some force, and by touching it, what happens? It displaces to a certain point. That means you are touching the object and you are pushing it to some distance. So in that case also we can apply differential equations. If there is no contact also between two objects, and but the force exists between them, then also we can apply differential equations. And other simple examples are like traffic control. The traffic control that is not stable in a particular area. It keeps on changing. It may be high at some during peak times, and it may be very low and during some in the times of like afternoon or lunch hours. And it is very peak during morning hours, that is office hours, and during the night hours. So any quantity which keeps on changing can be represented by using differential equations. Now let me explain with a simple example. Suppose a person is standing here at point A. Now he has to travel a distance x and go to point B. What he will do? He will start walking and go to point B after some time. That means his position is not constant over the time t. That is, that if the total time taken to travel from point A to point B, if it is equals to small t, and that person's position is not same with respect to t, because at t equal to 1 second he may be here, that is A dash. At t equals to 2 seconds he may be at A double dash, and at t equal to 10 seconds he may be at A some dash dash, that is A power n dash. Anything you can represent it any alphabet. And at t equals to final t value he will be at position B. So but according to the time changing, the person's position also keeps on changing. It is not constant. So what can we say? The person displaces from one point to another with respect to time. That is, his position is keeps on changing. Rate of change of his position, that is rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. What is displacement? Displacement is nothing but the distance. Displacement. What it is? It is nothing but speed or velocity with respect to time. If you are taking with respect to time, then we can say it is as speed or velocity. So velocity can be defined as rate of change of position with respect to time. That is, what is the rate of change can be represented as differential equation. So if v is the velocity, dx by dt is the desired value. That is, rate of change of this position x with respect to time. X may be any value, it may consist of any number of terms. Let's suppose take an example. X is equals to t cube minus 3t square plus 5t. Now we want to find out the velocity. Now what you should do? You should simply differentiate this equation. That is, velocity is equals to dx by dt. We know the formula, differentiation of t power n is always equal to n into t power n minus 1. So here for t cube, what it will become? It is 3t power 3 minus 1, that is 2, minus 3 is a constant, so keep it as it is. For t square, we can write it as 2t power 1 plus 5. Differentiation of t is always equals to 1. So velocity is equal to 3t square minus 6t plus 5. Now, by this expression, we can calculate the velocity at any given time. Suppose if they are asking at t is equals to, I want to find the velocity at t is equal to some 10 seconds. What you should do? You should simply substitute this t value here in place of t. T equal to 10 seconds. You will get the velocity at that particular time. If they given t is equal to 2 seconds, what is the velocity? Now let us find out. V is equal to 3 into, in place of t, substitute the value 2. So 2 whole square minus 6 into 2 plus 5. That is equals to 3 into 4 minus 6 2s are 12 plus 5. That is 12 minus 12 plus 5. These both will get cancelled and we will get 5. It may be meters per second, or here they give seconds, so we are writing as seconds. It may be meters or centimeters depending upon the units of the distance. If they give x in the form of centimeters, then velocity will be centimeters per second. If they give in form of meters, then velocity will be meters per second. So it depends upon the units. So don't bother about it. We will have those units in the problem given. So here simple example. No? So just I took it as meters. So velocity at a time 2. So at a t equal to 2 seconds, he is traveling with a speed of 5 meters per second. That is with a velocity of 5 meters per second. That means per 1 second he can cover 5 meters. Okay. Now if you find acceleration, what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. That means take the same example. From A to B he is traveling. From A to some point A dash he is walking very slowly. He thought the total distance can be covered within 10 minutes. So he started walking slowly. But at that particular time, after seeing the time, he thought that it only took 5 minutes. So it is impossible to cover this A dash B distance within 5 minutes. So what he thought, so no, I should not walk slowly. I should go very fast in order to reach my destination in time. So he is hurrying up, he is speeding. So from A dash to B, he increased his velocity and walked very fastly. So up to here, he walked slowly. So that is some x velocity. But from A dash to A, he increased his speed. Let it be some y. So we want to find out the acceleration. So the rate of change of velocity, at what rate it is changing. What is the formula? Acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. What is v again? What is the value of v? V is nothing but dx by dt. So acceleration can be defined as rate of change of velocity with respect to time, which in term is d square x by dt square. Okay. Now we have already found out dx by dt value, that is v. Now differentiate that equation again with respect to t. What you will get? You will get acceleration. Okay. Now let us see. So here what we have, v is equal to 3t square minus 6t plus 5. Now dv by dt, differentiate this equation with respect to t again. So 3 into again 2t minus 6 into 1. Differentiation of constant is always 0. Why? Can you answer this simple question by which I explained? Because differentiation itself defines the values whose keeps on changing. Here constant means it will be stable. It will not change at any other conditions. That means if it does not change, the value of differentiation will be 0. We cannot apply, because that's why always constant differentiation we will define it as 0. Only if there are variables. What is meant by variable? The value which keeps on changing. Only the variable values can be differentiated. Okay. That is here 60 minus 6. So acceleration is 60 minus 6. Again, at t is equal to 2 seconds, they are asking what is the acceleration. Substitute the value t. 6 into 2 minus 6, that is equal to 12 minus 6, that is equal to 6 meters per second square. That is the acceleration. So in the same wise, we can apply simple example. This is, suppose you are going to your office or school or college. You are take this simple example and apply in your daily life. At what speed you are going, if you want to find out, calculate the distance, calculate the time taken, derive an expression and differentiate it. You will get acceleration and as well as velocity. Here acceleration also gives the magnitude and direction of going. Suppose if a person is going from A to B towards reference from A to B, then we can say we can take acceleration as plus A. Suppose he is traveling reverse direction, that is from B to A, then we can say acceleration is negative retardation, minus A. Otherwise, you are throwing a ball upwards, that is from against the gravitational force. If the ball is going upwards, it is opposing the gravitation force and going upwards. So we can say minus A. If the ball is freely falling from upwards, that is I am throwing the ball downwards, then what we can say, it is freely falling, that is it is freely accepting the gravitational force. So acceleration becomes plus A. So this is a simple example. Let me tell you another example, the thing which we have faced in the recent times. Take the example of coronavirus. See, I am taking a value of some 10%. I am considering 10%. Initially, no person is infected with that virus. So what we will have, infected persons will be equal to 0. If infected persons are 0, what will be the value of recovery? No infected, so no recovery. So recovery value is also 0. So these are the initial conditions. But after some time t, I have found that this person who are not infected, that is who are healthy persons are 10 reduced to 9 and the infected person is increased to 1. Here one person is attacked to infection. So the healthy persons are 9 and the infected persons is equals to 1 and recovery is 0. Let us take another example. After some time, same 8 persons are there and the value of recovery infected is 2 and recovery is 1. So recovery is 1 means again here we will get 1 minus, because out of 2 infected persons, 1 person got recovered. So how many persons will be there? 2 minus 1, that is equals to 1. So understood? So here I is equal to 1. Now what will I do? I will just simply explain you with the differential equations. I am applying differential equation here. What I am getting? First, the healthy people value is equals to 9. So here it changed from with respect to t from 10 to 9. That is, it got decreased. Decreasing value means always we will get minus of the value, because the value decreases. That means we should show that it is a decreasing value. So we should apply minus. That is, rate of change of the susceptible people, that is healthy people, is going on decreasing. So minus what it is, C1 into some constant, C1 let it be some constant into infected persons. Okay, infected persons into this healthy persons. What is the value of C1 here? It depends upon how likely we are going to be sick. That means if you are taking precautions, like you are using sanitizer and you are very well of precautions and you are washing your hands regularly, you are not going out, you are wearing mask, then what, you are taking so many precautions so that the chance of you to be infected will be very low. So the value of C1 will be low. Again, and you are not following any precautions, then you are likely to prone to that virus. So the value of C1 will be very much high. That is, the value depends upon the you and the virus, that is humans and the virus. how much rate the humans are turning to the infected persons. Okay, so C1 depends on that value. Here why I am keeping minus means, again I told you, the value of S keeps on decreasing from 10 to 9. It is decreases. So in case of decreases, you should use here negative sign. Okay. Next. Now take a differential equation of infected persons. What happens? Here infected persons, they keep on increasing from 0 to 1, 1 to 0 and so on. So they keep on increasing. So what can we say? The infected person some constant C2 into S into I, because the value keeps on increasing, minus, again minus. Why I am writing here again minus? Again if 2 are infected and 1 again decreases, because recovery persons are increasing. So this again the value is decreases in second case. So I am writing C3 into some I. Okay, that's why I am writing here minus, because the infected persons decreases in for recovery, and again they are increasing in case of infection. Next, dr by dt, recovery persons value is always increasing, it never decreases. So what happens? Recovery persons, its values increases, so it takes some C4 into some I. From I we are getting here, so C4 into I. So what can we say? These are the differential equations of the scenario. The total of them, this is 1, 2 and third equation, always should be equals to 0. Okay. Now, this can be represented by using some graphs, that is the healthy persons keeps on decreasing, the infection person from 0 they keep on increasing, and again they attain certain stable value, depends upon the values. The graph no need to be in the same way, it varies according to the values. That's what I said, differentiation is applied when a quantity varies. And the recovery persons, they start from 0 and they may slowly increase, nothing happens. So graph will be in this case. If you want to clearly observe the graph, go to online any website and see the graphs of people who are infected, recovery and the number of persons in that area. We will have a numerous graphs in which we can see the data of this recovery and healthy persons, infected and recovery persons. So in this way we can explain the real-time examples of differential equations. I hope you all understood, students. Thank you.